Back in Brooklyn, the place where it all began. You know, I was fresh out of college and I moved to Brooklyn with my band, not knowing a single thing about this place, just following a dream. And this is really the place where I came into my own, where I discovered who I was and I opened up to this amazing creative world of endless possibilities. And had I not found this specific building and taken a chance, you know, Brothers Green probably would not even have existed. When Mike and I moved in together, it was just this creative spirit, this energy beckoning us to do something much bigger. So it's been an absolute honor. And first off, I don't want to scare you. I know the video title may be a little ominous, but I'm not dying. As far as I know, no, I'm not dying. I am in very good health. However, there are some gigantic changes happening, and I'm going to be getting into them more in the coming weeks in some more videos, personal videos, but I just want to say I'm going to be leaving Brothers Green. Mike's going to be taking over the channel and rebranding it and doing his own thing, but I'm going to be leaving and starting fresh with my own channel. You can click the link below to check it out. It's called You Enjoy Life, and it's going to really be about my own personal journey to rediscovering myself and using food and music as a tool to like help elicit joy and inspiration in others. So there's going to be plenty of cooking videos still. If you love cooking, go over there, check it out. There's also going to be music and growing food and adventures. And speaking of adventure, I am heading to Peru. Another reason this video is titled My Last Meal, because I'm heading to Peru and it's going to be 3 weeks basically in the jungle exploring and just really healing my heart. I honestly have a lot to heal right now. It's been a tremendous last 7 years of Brothers Green, but I'm in a new phase of my life and I need to make some big changes and kind of continue to grow and go along this path. So I wanted to kind of pay respect to Brooklyn and some of the people that I truly love and cherish. One being Derek Lucci of Make Bistro, who you've seen in some Thai videos. So when I told him about the video, he was like, can I just make you the most epic Thai feast as your last meal? So I thought it'd be a great opportunity to show you guys some really cool creative Thai-inspired recipes that you probably have never seen before. I've never actually cooked before, and when I see the photos and when I taste Derek's food, I'm always blown away. So this video is going to be him showing us how to make incredible Thai food that I'm gonna get to eat, and I hope that you get inspired and try to make something yourself. And this will be my last meal before I head off into the jungle, and who I come back as, nobody knows for sure. But like I said, I do hope that you subscribe to my new channel if you'd like to join. And yes, it's a bittersweet moment to be leaving Brothers Green. It was one of the hardest decisions I've ever had to make, but also one of the easiest when I realized that my heart was calling me for something else, something bigger, something next level. So without further ado, why don't we get into cooking something amazing and magical.
I should change this shirt. This is the shirt I wore in that first Thai video that we ever made.
Masaman?
Masaman.
This is my last meal before my trip to the jungle.
The jungle. Making a bunch
exactly
of,
what I want to eat.
Dishes. Just a bunch of tasty food.
So I know Masaman curry. What else are you thinking about doing?
We're gonna do a mackerel salad, deep fried mackerel salad with some lemongrass, and then the simplest stir fried dish of cabbage. Cabbage and garlic and fish sauce, 3 ingredients. But it's, I think, one of the best dishes.
So how did you make this? I'm gonna try.
I'd say like pretty much every Thai every Thai curry. It starts with a curry paste. The thing that makes the masam different is it's a paste that has tons of spices, so it's a much more dry paste. It's a foreign style curry and it was brought into Thailand. The curry paste with a bunch of different spices, hand pounded. With masaman, I like to roast everything before pounding the curry paste. It's a unique part about it. And then I braise some beef oxtail separately. You could do it in the curry, but I like to do it separately so that it doesn't become too much fat, because you can control. And then I kind of finish the braise in the curry. So I bathe it like a jacuzzi, just little.
So it's just beef, like there's no vegetables in this one?
This is a beef and
potato.
These are fingerling potatoes I just got at the Fort Greene Farmers Market. And then there will be some shallots in here. Cool, so I'm making a green mango salad, and this is a cool technique. This is the basic technique that a grandma will use for green mango or papaya or any of these kinds of things where you're gonna julienne. So you're just cutting in your hand.
It's great if you don't have one of those little julienne peelers.
Yeah. And you can't be scared. This core is going to help you. You know, I know a lot of people get scared.
So for people that really don't know much about the whole green mango, green papaya thing, what do you feel like is the big difference?
Well, they're totally different. What do you mean?
But in terms of like flavor, because people like green mango salad versus like papaya salad.
Oh, like a green mango, like this one it's an unripe mango and it's sour. So you're already getting the sour. So let's say a papaya is kind of neutral flavor.
It's not sour. That's true.
It's a more sour. Of a and like papaya is like a neutral flavor. So you might be upping in the case of a Thai salad, papaya salad, you might be upping the lime juice or the tamarind, whereas this already has acidity, so you kind of will change some things that way.
Yeah, more texture. That's cool.
Yeah, this is just great. And then you go like this, you got that, and then you just like shave
it. That is some. Like I've done it before, but nowhere near that skill level, and it's beautiful. I know it's like those subtle things, you know, like the confidence you got.
This is a dish that is like rooted in all things that I learned in Thai food. Not turning it into fusion really, but it's like this is still the Thai flavors and everything. So I'm gonna make this into a mushroom and green mango salad. So we'll use like the idea of smoke on the rooftop, and we'll cook the mushrooms and we'll mix it with this, and then we'll mix it with a chili jam that I made.
So this is I see you do this all the time, like the really super thin kaffir lime leaves.
Yeah, you just take a leaf, you peel, you like go like that, and you take out the center, fold it over.
Couple of folds.
You could just do one fold, I think, and then you just start to go like this.
Wow.
It's you're giving it a haircut, you know, like you took it to the barber. Yeah, and then see, look, it's a haircut. So just some lemongrass, cut it thin, and we'll eat it in the salad.
So another thing that if you cut it super thin, it's just you get the fragrance of it without.
Right. I mean, wow. In Thailand, it's softer if you work it with there, so you can cut it into thicker chunks. Pieces. If you cut this thick here, it's super woody. It's almost you can't even chew it. So,
tasty.
It's just another fancy technique. But like anything, you just practice it, and then you can do it.
So tell me a bit about this dressing, because your dressings are just out of this world.
It's just a standard. Just like in American food, you have a lemon dressing. This is just like a standard Thai dressing. You have like your lime juice, your sugar, and your fish sauce, and depending on what the salad is or what you like, you can adjust the sweetness or the saltiness or the sourness.
You have chili in there, obviously.
Yeah,
shallots.
This one I have some chilies and shallots kind of roughly pounded. If you taste this right now, you'll taste... Good. I like how the shallots infuse in it. It's like...
Whoa.
It's limey, but the sugar in there should be... It's not like you're just taking a bite of a lime, but it's still on the higher spectrum. And then, you know, you can go like this. You can just pour the sauce in there, and I can do that because I've been doing this for a minute. But there's this mystery that chefs don't need to measure. But if you look at people cook, look at a grandma cook, she goes to the sugar basket, she takes the spoon. The spoon is in the sugar thing, and then she puts it in there. You watch someone on the street, and they're stir-frying something quick, they're going boom, 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 boom. They're measuring. Like, that's still a tool. So, like, if you do this, you know exactly, I'm adding this amount. So, I recommend that.
The spoon technique.
I recommend, yeah, I mean, like, just to, like, give yourself a baseline.
And by the way, check out Make Bistro on Instagram.
Light lunch.
You also have your Patreon going on, right?
The Patreon is going on where I just want to get you good at cooking via the lens of Thai food. It doesn't mean you need to cook Thai food like me or become obsessed like me, but the validity of all these techniques and what they teach you is just as valid as French cooking, and everyone views food. The culinary schools are all based on the lens of French food. Mm-hmm. And most people that go to there, they're not just saying, oh, I want to go cook French food or I want to do this or that. And I didn't go to culinary school, by the way.
This dressing will go for both salads?
No, this is just going to be with the mackerel. And so we want it we want this to be like acidic, like especially fish salads in Thai food, like very acidic, lots of lemongrass, a lot of chilies. I'm gonna take away like all of the chilies I usually would add because it's your last meal, and we need to make it sure he's okay. I still feel like this might affect you a slightly bit, but I'm gonna cut the chilies in chunks, like you can avoid.
Well, I mean, I'm gonna be on a plane for a long time tomorrow, so obviously you want to be careful. So I appreciate the spice because you never know. The spice is nice at first, and then post spice is never nice if it's too spicy. And then also I'm going into some ceremonial experiences in Peru, and I need to cleanse my diet. So I'm gonna be. This is kind of my last eat whatever I want meal, and then I have to go on a very strict diet, which has no sugars, there's no alcohol. Someone even said there's no masturbation, sex. There's no drugs, all these things. You have to clean your body out. So this is like the celebration. So thank you for making the best food ever.
Thank you. So this is chili jam, Nam Prik Pao, and you can buy it or you can make your own. I make my own. If you check out my Instagram, you can see there's a post somewhere on this. But yeah, with this jam, it's already heavily seasoned, but you can spike it up a little more. So I'll just combine it with more sugar.
There's like shrimp paste in it, is that right?
There's no shrimp. There's a lot of dried shrimp in it. Yeah. Yeah, it's mostly sweet, and then I'll hit it with you can see the sugar should dissolve pretty easily. Yeah, there's already tamarind in this, but you just take it to new levels, Then a little bit of fish. So then we have this dressing. Like that's gonna be probably enough, I would say. This is turmeric cured mackerel. Basically, you brine it, aromatics. It gives it a nice dryness. So a nice characteristic about this is I'm not just going for perfectly cooked fish. I want it to be really, really crispy. And sometimes that involves taking it further than, it's like you want a texture thing. And that's something you'll really see when you're eating fish in Thailand. You can overcrowd the pan a bit here because it's such high heat.
So this is for the mushrooms, the tree mango mushroom salad. This is something you kind of created?
Yeah. So like you were saying before, I could add more oil right now to keep it going, or we can do what we have here, let it char, keep it moving, and let it steam on the outside. So watch. See. We're steaming the mushrooms, kind of, but stir frying.
Stir fry steam.
Stir fry steam.
Oil and water sometimes too, I guess.
And you get it deglaze it with a little fish sauce.
Smells amazing.
Sugar. Pinch of sugar. Chilies, garlic, shallot. And you go like that and you flip it in. Ooh. Ooh. So like it marinates, And I don't want to cook that there's too much sugar in the chili jam. Cook it as long as feeling hot.
Let's see. Woo!
Give it a little
Thai food is like
jacuzzi of chili jam.
Alright, so cabbage dish. Really simple, right? Just
Yeah,
paste.
stir-fried cabbage with garlic. I added black pepper because I love black pepper. A lot of times this dish has white pepper in it. Stir fry until you smell the garlic. No more.
Well, this is a good example of taking something super simple and just kind of elevating it a little bit.
Yeah, but I mean, it's like I'm not even elevating. I'm just this is like the dish. You're steaming.
I just mean like taking cabbage, a really basic ingredient, like just adding a couple things to make it a whole nother level of the multiverse. Wacky.
It's kind of like cooked, but it's crunchy. You know, it's not.
Well, that's why people screw up cabbage, because they cook the crap out of it and think it's supposed to be mushy. But when you have it that right texture, like that, it's like snappy. It's the best.
The easiest, cheapest thing is Bounty.
So you have,
I think I'll go like this for a second.
You got the green mango,
Yeah, I'm gonna
you
mix
got lemongrass, shallots, and celery.
Chinese celery.
Chinese celery.
So that's why I have the leaves. Lemongrass, shallot. Let's do this. Make it.
What I love about Thai salads is they're not, like, they become the best thing ever. They're not, when you think of salads, you know, it's not what you think of. This is why I wanted this to be my last meal. Wow.
Look at that.
Hold that for you.
Wow, can I always have you? Like, to hold
you
it?
need that help while you're
See,
cramming.
look at this Bounty. This made so much food.
Yeah.
Like, that's so much food.
And I'm gonna eat it all.
So we are not making this spicy for Josh, and one way you can do that is first of all I cut the chilies by 10, but also I slice them very big, so it's extremely easy for you to just not eat them. If I cut them really, really small, they would be hidden in every bite, and you would be not okay on the flight tomorrow. You can do this however you want. I just
gotta say, this is amazing. Just this, like, there's no breading on that. That's just fried fish. And it's incredible. Some of the best fried fish I've ever had. I chose this as my last meal because, first off, I mean, come on. The dynamics, the make bistro food is amazing. But what I love about Thai food is the balance of everything. You've got like fresh herbs with fried stuff, so it's not like it's heavy because it's fried. You're getting freshness and amazing dressing. And the masaman, There's just something about Thai food, the way that they approach everything, it just makes a lot of sense to me. Since this is like my last real meal before I go into the jungle and do some intense work, it's important to pause, give thanks to the food, the people that made it, but also the people that literally like made it possible for this food to be here. From the people that shipped it over, the people that grew the food. It's kind of amazing that we had this opportunity to actually eat exotic ingredients from around the world. Sometimes people take that for granted, you know, because you can just go to the supermarket and get stuff. But the fact that you can get all these ingredients just in like New York City or any city, kind of mind blowing. Wow, that masama is the truth. It's really good food. I have to close my eyes and just take it in. So much flavor, but it kind of transports you to another world.
Josh, this is full circle. We don't need to get too far into this, but you are the reason I got into cooking.
That's crazy.
We met each other, and I had never cooked in my life.
We met in the street. I invited him and his friend over to eat a meal, and then magic happened.
This is crazy.
Because you never knew you were gonna meet on the street. I said this before. I will go into more details in a couple weeks, but this is one of my last Brothers Green videos. I'm headed out of Brothers Green, so follow me. You Enjoy Life, my other channel. Click below. You can check that out. And expect more deliciousness to come. But when I'm coming out of that jungle, I don't know. I don't know who's coming back. Thai diet, like you don't get great numbers across the board at the hospital. This is your brother.